In the heart of ancient Athens, among the bustling agora and the shadow of the Parthenon, a city celebrated for its monumental contributions to democracy and philosophy, lived a man whose ideas would echo through the ages, shaping the very foundations of Western philosophy. Socrates, a thinker unlike any other, whose legacy is both profound and puzzling. Socrates left no written records, and our understanding of his life and teachings comes from the works of his students, Plato and Xenophon. The story began when Athens was recovering from the scars of the Peloponnesian War, bruised from its defeat at the hands of Sparta. The city found itself under the harsh rule of a brutal regime installed by the Spartans, an oligarchic government known as the 30 Tyrants, among them a former student of Socrates named Critias. The year was 404 BCE, and Athens was a city on the brink, and this government was marked by its brutality and its swift measures to suppress and reduce the power of Athens' democratic institutions. Socrates, with his messy hair and barefoot demeanor, wandered the streets, engaging with anyone who'd listen. His method was simple, yet revolutionary. He simply asked questions, but not just any questions. They showed the very essence of virtue, justice, and good life. The Socratic method laid the foundational principles of Western philosophical inquiry, a form of cooperative argumentative dialogue to stimulate the critical thinking and to draw out ideas and underlying assumptions, asking questions to expose contradictions in the thoughts of his conversation partners. Socrates was born around 470 BCE. His personal life, particularly his marriage to Xanthippe, adds a complex layer to his character. Their home was a hub of philosophical debate, very unusual in the expected domestic tranquility of Athenian households. Tales of Xanthippe's sharp tongue and Socrates' acceptance paint a picture of a marriage as complex as the man himself. In 399 BCE, and at the age of 70, Socrates was brought to trial on charges of corrupting the youth and impiety, specifically for failing to acknowledge the gods that the city acknowledged and introducing new deities. He was found guilty and sentenced to death by drinking a mixture containing poison hemlock. Socrates refused to seek mercy or flee Athens. His acceptance of his death sentence reflects his philosophy of commitment to one's principles and the law, even in the face of death, which for him was the final journey, a passage to either unconsciousness or a new state of existence where he might continue his dialogues with the past great thinkers. His execution left a lasting legacy, prompting his followers, most notably Plato, to further develop and spread Socratic philosophy. The story of Socrates is a reminder that the most significant journeys often begin with a simple question, and that wisdom lies in knowing one's ignorance. In the end, Socrates, the barefoot philosopher of Athens, became a martyr for thought, leaving behind a legacy that would inspire generations to come, making his life a story worth retelling, a beacon of inquiry in the quest for understanding the essence of our being.